Welcome to our channel, where we unravel the fascinating stories behind the most extraordinary collectibles and numismatic treasures. Today, we delve into a captivating tale from 1991 that transformed a simple 1-cent coin into a rare marvel valued at over $511 million due to a series of remarkable errors and mistakes that occurred during its minting process, leading to an unexpected rarity that ignited the imaginations of collectors and investors alike. At first glance, a 1-cent coin may seem trivial, but its journey from the mint to obscurity, then to the heights of incredible value, exemplifies the intricate world of coin collecting and the unique phenomena that can arise within it. The story begins in the early 1990s when the U.S. Mint was manufacturing its series of pennies, which were primarily composed of zinc and coated with a thin layer of copper. Yet 1991 was a significant year for the mint, not only due to the design of the coin but also because of the pivotal errors that would soon captivate the numismatic community. A production process that, under normal circumstances, would yield millions of flawless coins took a surprising turn when a series of mistakes and miscalculations occurred, setting the stage for what would become one of the most famous error coins in history. The most notable of these errors was an unintended overstrike. During the minting process, certain planchets were fed into the striking machines, misaligned or improperly set up, leading to coins that bore impressions of unintended designs or features. This type of overstrike not only makes these coins incredibly rare but also showcases the human touch, or rather the human mistake, that can have monumental impacts on value. In 1991, the error was particularly pronounced when a number of 1-cent coins were inadvertently double-struck, which means that the blank coin was struck by the dies more than once, resulting in a highly sought-after collectible. Imagine a penny that could potentially lead to financial independence. Within a few years of the coin's release into circulation, it quickly became apparent that these error coins were in high demand, thus creating a whirlwind of excitement among collectors who were always on the lookout for any minting anomalies that could enhance the value of their collections. The significance of these pennies skyrocketed as news of their existence spread, creating a frenzy not just among numismatists but also among average individuals eager to cash in on their luck or perhaps to take a cue from the booming collectible market. One of the factors that contributed significantly to the value of the 1991 1-cent error coin was its limited supply. Because errors in coin production are incredibly rare events, most of the pennies that were mistakenly minted were quickly taken out of circulation or, due to their obvious errors, simply retired and set aside by collectors when discovered, resulting in an extremely limited quantity remaining available on the open market, which only intensified the fervor surrounding them. Additionally, the notion that a simple penny could be worth more than its weight in gold provided an alluring narrative for potential buyers, pushing their prices up to astonishing heights. The stories told in those few remaining examples, often characterized by their unique flaws, whether that be a misprinted image of President Lincoln, an incomplete design, or mismatching strike marks, added a layer of intrigue and historical significance that resonated with the human experience of accidental beauty and the value that can arise from it. As time went on, those flawed coins began to change hands for astounding sums. Not only was the price influenced by their rarity, but also by the cultural backdrop of the early 90s, where many began to seek out alternative investment opportunities following economic downturns, thereby culminating in a rush towards collectibles as viable financial assets. Moreover, the advent of the internet and online auction platforms opened up new channels for buyers and sellers to connect, ensuring that the market for these error coins expanded beyond local coin shops and brick-and-mortar auctions, which allowed the 1991 1-cent coins to gain exposure to a global audience, thus further driving up demand. It is fascinating to ponder the possibilities. Each transaction not only tells the story of the individual coins but also about the emotional experiences, hopes, and dreams attached to them, as their new owners envisaged worlds of chance where a small investment could lead to potentially life-altering returns. Collectors has begun forming communities centered around these rare finds, engaging in lively discussions about preservation methods, restoration approaches, and the ethics of treasure hunting coinage, which contributed to a burgeoning subculture that celebrates the wonders of error coins. In the larger context of collectibles, this particular penny represents not merely a monetary investment but an entire narrative about value perception, society's relationship with currency, and the unintentional artistry that can arise from mechanical mishaps. Enthusiasts would often gather at trade shows or online forums to share their discoveries, exchange leads about coins that might have slipped through the cracks, and even bond over the nostalgia for their childhoods when a penny was just a penny, not a collectible treasure. The stories behind these era coins become the threads that weave together the tapestry of culture and community, sowing seeds of enthusiasm that inspire new generations to explore the endless possibilities that lie within the world of currency and coin collection. The peak of their worth became evident at auctions where these 1991 1-cent era coins were sold for staggering sums, often breaking records and setting precedents in the coin collecting space. Prices reached heights previously deemed unattainable for something as seemingly trivial as a penny, illustrating just how wild the world of collectibles can be when the right circumstances come into play. As our journey into the story of the 1991 1-cent coin draws to a close, we realize that it is a tale filled with lessons about the extraordinary intersections between chance, rarity, and history, one that ignites our imaginations and invites us to reconsider the treasures hidden within our pockets or perhaps lying forgotten in the corners of drawers, waiting for their time to shine as extraordinary collectibles that could defy our expectations and reshape our understanding of value, reminding us that amidst the ordinary, extraordinary treasures can emerge, driven only by a combination of serendipity and circumstance, waiting patiently for their moment in the spotlight. So, the next time you hear the clang of coins in your pocket or spot a penny on the ground, take a moment to reflect. You may just be holding onto a piece of history, a reminder that errors and imperfections can lead to the most unexpected rewards, urging us to cherish even the smallest things and remain open to the possibilities that life has to offer in its ever-unfolding story. Join us for more captivating stories and insightful explorations into the world of collectibles. And remember, the next hidden treasure may be closer than you think, waiting in your pocket for its moment to shine, inspiring you to dig deeper into the rich narratives entwined within the realm of numismatics. Thank you for being a part of our channel today. Today, we will take a deep dive into the fascinating case of the 1989 1-cent coin, a seemingly insignificant piece of currency that has surged to an astonishing value of $124 million due to a series of errors and mistakes that occurred during its production, fundamentally reshaping the way we perceive value in the realm of numismatics and collectible coins. At first glance, a 1-cent coin might evoke images of loose change lying in the bottom of a purse or jar, but this particular penny tells a story that transcends its face value, illustrating a remarkable journey defined by human error, rarity, and a unique intersection of history and chance that often culminates in financial windfalls for astute collectors. The story begins in 1989, a year marked by a plethora of economic changes and transitions, and while coins were being produced at the West Point Mint as part of the ongoing efforts to maintain circulation, several unexpected issues emerged during the minting process that would ultimately set the stage for the coin's legendary status and value. One of the critical errors involved the misalignment of dies, which led to a series of misstrikes, where the blank planchets were incorrectly fed into the coining process, resulting in double strikes and various mismatched impressions on the coins. The unexpected results of this misalignment meant that these pennies took on distinct characteristics, such as overlapping designs and imprints that were not just aesthetically displeasing but fascinatingly unique. Each flaw became a marker of rarity, making them highly desirable in the eyes of collectors who were eager to obtain something extraordinary from a coinage process intended to yield perfectly uniform currency. As these era coins entered circulation, they became a topic of intrigue. Collectors began to scour through their change, reveling in the thrill of possibly discovering one of these prized pennies, pursuing leads and frantically trading information about potential finds. The excitement surrounding the 1989 1-cent errors was palpable, driving both casual amateurs and serious numismatists to search for specimens that would make their collections stand out, giving rise to a sense of community as individuals shared their stories and experiences in pursuit of these elusive treasures. It is essential to understand that era coins, such as the 1989 1-cent, occupy a unique niche in the larger coin collecting market. Errors are rare, and when they do occur, they can completely alter the perception of value associated with the coins produced during that year, transforming them from mass-produced fillers into covetable items that attract enthusiastic bidders at auctions. The rarity of these minting errors stems from the stringent quality control mechanisms established by the U.S. Mint to ensure that every coin produced meets specific standards, thus allowing only a handful of error coins to escape detection and enter the marketplace, significantly inflating their value as collectors race to secure a piece of history. As the years passed after their minting, the 1989 1-cent error coins that remained became increasingly scarce. Many of these coins either disappeared into collections or were accidentally destroyed, leaving a limited number of examples available to collectors, which only strengthened their allure. The rising demand for these error coins found its catalyst in the growing awareness of their financial potential, a phenomenon that coincided with the global economic landscape of the early 1990s, during a time when many people sought alternative investments as a hedge against traditional markets. The intersection of rarity and desirability can create a perfect storm in the numismatic world, and in the case of the 1989 1-cent coin, whispers of astounding values echoed within the collecting community as some coins made their way to auction, fetching prices that stunned both sellers and buyers alike, revealing the unforeseen avenues through which even the most mundane objects can yield extraordinary financial rewards. Through online platforms and social media, the stories of successful transactions spread like wildfire, sparking renewed interest and further fueling speculative investments into error coins, allowing collectors and enthusiasts from across the globe to engage in a newfound excitement over the world of numismatics and its dizzying possibilities. It is crucial to note the psychological component at play with collectible investing. The allure of owning something rare and the possible financial windfall it could bring speaks to the human desire for uniqueness and the thrill that accompanies the discovery of hidden treasures, attributes that define the journey collectors embark upon. The 1989 1-cent error coin is more than just an anomaly from the mint. It illustrates the fascinating interplay between chance and the desire to accumulate wealth in the tangible form of collectibles that hold their value over time. Over the decades, these coins transitioned from being overlooked pieces of common currency to prized possessions coveted by collectors who recognized their potential, leading to several notable sales at high-end auctions that further drove prices into the stratosphere. Coins once purchased for mere cents began fetching bids in the millions, culminating in prices that defied expectations and shook the foundations of the true values attributed to modern coinage. A compelling aspect of the 1989 1-cent coin story is not only its financial worth but also its cultural impact within the numismatic community, as it provoked discussions about what constitutes value in collectibles and the factors that elevate everyday objects into realms of significance previously unimaginable, challenging our perception of currency itself. The narrative surrounding this era coin quickly expanded beyond just the physical piece of currency into themes of luck, chance, and the stories we tell ourselves about the things we collect. Furthermore, the sheer acknowledgement of the 1989 1-cent era captured the imagination of many, not solely for its price tag but also for its ineffable qualities. A reminder that within the realm of the transactional lies potential for storytelling, connections, and a shared sense of discovery among collectors, who are united by their passion and curiosity for the unknown treasures waiting to be unearthed. As we continue to unravel the stories behind collectible coins and their journey through the hands of the people who cherish and preserve them, we also come to realize a fascinating truth. Among the countless coins minted each year, a simple 1-cent piece can tell a tale of error and fortune, of the intersection of human endeavor and serendipity, and ultimately, a reflection of our collective desires for acknowledgement, value, and connectedness through the meaningful objects we seek to preserve and celebrate. In conclusion, the saga of the 1989 1-cent era coin serves as a compelling reminder of the unpredictability of fate and the hidden wealth that can arise from unexpected circumstances. A seemingly inconsequential penny became a symbol of the possibilities that emanate from error, a testament to the enduring connection between history and the continuity of human stories transcribed through the artifacts we collect and hold dear. As we part ways today, we encourage you to keep an eye on the pennies that come your way. You never know when you might stumble upon a remarkable piece of history laden with the potential for discovery. Thank you for joining us on this enthralling exploration into the story behind the 1989 1-cent coin. and we look forward to sharing many more adventures into the fascinating world of collectibles. Next, we're diving deep into the captivating saga of the 1992 D1 cent coin, a seemingly mundane piece of currency that has garnered astonishing value, fetching as much as $118 million due to a series of noteworthy errors and mistakes during its production, creating a remarkable example of how human error can lead to extraordinary financial opportunities for collectors and enthusiasts alike. In the realm of numismatics, value is often defined by rarity and uniqueness, and nothing embodies this concept quite like the 1992 D penny, which stands out as a beacon of what can happen when the ordinary becomes extraordinary through a combination of unforeseen errors that lead to its immense worth. The narrative surrounding the 1992 D1 cent coin begins in a time of change. It was a year filled with economic fluctuations and evolving standards in coin production, and while the U.S. Mint was primarily focused on maintaining the quality and consistency of the nation's currency, an unexpected series of mishaps during the minting process would lead to a few coins that were unlike anything that had ever come before. One of the most significant errors pertaining to these coins was the infamous close AM variety. Typically, in the design of the Lincoln Memorial penny, the letters A and M in America are spaced apart, but certain 1992 D coins were minted with these letters closely aligned, creating a dramatic difference in appearance that triggered excitement within the coin collecting community. This close AM variation, which was a product of a critical miscalculation in the die alignment at the time of minting, produced coins that were considerably rare, as most of the 1992 D pennies were struck with the standard spacing between the letters. The occurrence of such an anomaly during the production run created a select group of coins that stood apart from their contemporaries, thereby elevating their status and value significantly among collectors who sought not only the beauty of unique designs but also the prestige associated with owning a coin that broke the mold of conventional minting processes. With only a few examples of the 1992 D close AM pennies known to exist, their rarity sparked a frenzy among collectors, leading many to scour through their own stashes of loose change, searching for this elusive variation that had suddenly become the holy grail of modern pennies. Collectors were not merely drawn by the chance to stumble upon a rare coin. The possibility of owning a piece that represented a unique era in U.S. minting history offered an added narrative of discovery that appealed to their sense of wonder and adventure, unveiling the hidden treasures that lay within the ordinary. As word spread about the incredible potential of the 1992 D1 cent era coin, interest grew exponentially, pushing the value of these unique specimens into the stratosphere as people became increasingly aware of the financial implications associated with such rare finds. Auctions began to see bidding wars, with attendees eager to lay claim to a piece of history that could reshape their financial future, a reflection of the growing trend of investing in collectibles as viable financial assets amid uncertainties in more traditional markets. Each sale added layers of excitement and prestige to the coin's already compelling story as they reached staggering prices previously unheard of for a humble penny. With the right buyer, a 1992 D close AM penny could command figures that rivaled those of more established and recognized collectibles, highlighting the distinctive dynamics within the world of numismatics where rarity can equate to immense value, enhancing the already rich tapestry of stories behind each coin. Moreover, the algorithms of demand and supply played a pivotal role in shaping the narrative as collectors who were once just passive observers transformed into passionate hunters, driven by the desire to not only own something unique but also secure a financial investment that could potentially yield significant returns. The allure of the 1992 D1 cent era coin goes far beyond mere misstrikes. It encapsulates the larger story of human involvement within the minting process, highlighting how decisions made during production can lead to spectacular successes or failures, ultimately amplifying the coin's significance as a cultural artifact that transcends its monetary value. The unique characteristics of these era coins serve not just as a testament to the potential within something deemed ordinary but also as an illustration of the human element within the manufacturing process, where mistakes have the capacity to resonate throughout history, drawing people together as they share in the journey of uncovering rare elements laden with stories waiting to be told. Alongside the enticing financial prospects, The 1992 D Close AM penny highlights the importance of accurate documentation and verification within the numismatic community. Advanced light grading services and expert opinions come into play, adding credibility to finds as collectors seek to validate the authenticity of their coins and secure their investment against fraudulent imitations. As our understanding of the 1992 D 1-cent era coin deepens, a clearer picture emerges of its multifaceted value. It becomes evident that this particular penny is not merely a simple transaction in the world of currency but a symbol of error that transforms chance into opportunity, and obscurity into fame, challenging us to recognize the larger implications behind seemingly ordinary items. The social and cultural phenomena surrounding these rare coins, along with the ever-evolving market conditions, forge an intricate relationship whereby collectors are not just investing in physical currency. They are engaging with a larger story that weaves through time, connecting individuals across generations who all share a fascination with what makes these coins special. This intersection of history, rarity, and personal identity also played out dramatically in the media, where sensational stories of unexpected finds and record-breaking sales captured the public's imagination, inspiring new generations to explore and engage with the world of collectibles as they too hope to unearth hidden treasures of their own. The 1992 D 1-cent Close AM penny serves as a profound reminder that beneath the surface of our daily lives lies potential for extraordinary discoveries. Be it lost wealth or a piece of history waiting to be appreciated, collectors have the unique ability to foster connections through the stories they share, leading to vibrant communities where experiences, knowledge, and passion are exchanged readily as members build relationships fueled by a shared enthusiasm for the hunt. Additionally, dynamic conversations surrounding the ethics of collecting, trading, and selling become critical as the nuances of ownership and provenance enter the discussion, prompting collectors to consider the impact of their purchases, thereby highlighting the significance of transparency in transactions not only for financial gain but for preserving the integrity of the numismatic community at large. As the years pass and the market for collectible coins continues to evolve, the organic interest in the 1992 D 1-cent era coin will likely inspire future generations of seekers, each captivated by the possibilities embedded in coins often overshadowed by their more traditionally recognized counterparts, ensuring that the legacy of this remarkable penny lingers on. In closing, the narrative of the 1992 D 1-cent coin is about more than just a misstruck piece of currency. It captures the essence of adventure, the thrill of discovery, and the remarkable stories hidden within the folds of everyday life. For those who endeavor to engage with the world of coins and collectibles, it serves as an everlasting reminder that error can indeed lead to opportunity, that within the realm of physical currency lies an unforgettable journey, exploration, and value that resonates with both the individual and community at large. So as you sift through your loose change now or in the future, remember to keep an eye out for the fleeting possibilities that may very well enrich your life or spark your curiosity in ways you could never have imagined. Who knows what remarkable history may await you in something as simple as a penny? Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the storied landscape of numismatics. And as you continue to explore the hidden treasures of our world, remember to embrace the stories that connect us all while keeping an enthusiastic spirit of discovery alive. Next, today, we delve into the fascinating narrative of the 2004 1-cent coin, a seemingly inconspicuous piece of currency that has gained extraordinary value, reaching an astonishing $82 million, thanks to a blend of minting errors and mistakes that transformed an everyday penny into a coveted item within the numismatic community. Showcasing the captivating dynamics of rarity and demand at play in the market. At first glance, one might wonder how a simple penny could reach such tremendous heights of worth. But as we unearth the layers of this intriguing story, we illustrate how a few critical errors at the mint can spell opportunity for collectors willing to seek out the unique and the uncommon. The tale of the 2004 1-cent era coin starts in a time of economic stability mixed with uncertainty. The United States Mint, while producing a high volume of coins intended to keep up with the demand for pocket change, faced several challenges in maintaining their traditional processes while also innovating to meet the needs of the circulating currency. One of the most significant errors that emerged during this period was the unexpected misalignment of the metal dies used in the minting process, which resulted in a rare variation known as the missing edge lettering. In a standard 1-cent coin, this lettering, a crucial feature on certain coins denoting specific characteristics related to their minting, was notably absent, creating a marked difference in appearance that would soon catch the eyes of eagle-eyed collectors and numismatists alike. The rarity of coins lacking edge lettering is a primary aspect fueling their allure. With a limited number of these coins produced, the market quickly recognized their value. What makes the 2004 1-cent era particularly compelling is how swiftly it transformed from a common piece of currency into a highly sought-after collectible. As collectors realized the potential for profit, interest surged rapidly, sending the values soaring as these coins exchanged hands within the collector community, heightening their perceived worth. As the 2004 1-cent coins began making appearances at coin shows and online auctions, excitement rippled through the community. Collectors who had long desired to find an example of minting errors were eager to grab hold of any coins bearing such anomalies, validating their investments with the knowledge that they owned something uniquely flawed. The stories shared among collectors became the lifeblood of the community, fostering connections forged in the pursuit of shared goals. Seasoned numismatists would impart their knowledge of how to search for these hidden gems, energizing a whole new generation of amateurs eager to join in the hunt. This process was not merely about acquiring coins. It encompassed a larger, passionately driven mission to showcase the incredible opportunities that could stem from a chance find. Each successful discovery became a point of pride, a symbol of expertise, and a testament to persistence within the ever-evolving landscape of coin collecting. The increase in value of the 2004 1-cent era coins sparked discussions about the implications of their rarity and the potential returns they could yield, as financial investors began to recognize the opportunity inherent to coins like these. With opportunities for profit presenting themselves, the idea of unique and rare coins as investment assets gained traction, reshaping how many viewed collectibles. In addition to the excitement of potential financial gains, an extraordinary aspect of the 2004 1-cent coin story is that it reinforces the notion that what is once perceived as mundane can attain a startling new significance through the lens of rarity and scarcity. Over time, the ongoing discussion surrounding the 2004 1-cent era coin began addressing larger themes about the evolving nature of currency. As coins transitioned to fit the digital age, the significance of retaining physical pieces of history became a rallying point among collectors, spurring them to organize events and forums dedicated to the celebration of numismatic hobbies and heritage. The rising tide of interest in the 2004 1-cent coin reached fever pitch. Coins that had previously been passed over in rolls tucked away in desks and jars took on a new life, and those who had previously dismissed these coins began checking their change for potential treasures, igniting a collective effort to recover lost pieces of history that the minting process had carelessly overlooked or mismanaged. Each coin that emerged with its unique errors recounted its silent tale of misalignment and unexpected innovation. Collectors amassed information on distinguishing features, such as subtle discrepancies in design, which served as markers to authenticate their findings as true variants worthy of attention. As a result, many began documenting their findings online, sharing digitized images and statistics in an effort to create an informative database of sorts, which lent even greater credibility to the burgeoning community of collectors who were eager to uncover and celebrate their finds. This increasing web of communication only served to enhance the appeal of era coins like the 2004 penny, as more and more individuals became invested in the treasure hunt and sought after not just the coins themselves but also the vibrant stories behind them, adding new layers of meaning to their collections. Within this rapidly expanding landscape, coins for sale skyrocketed in price during auctions, with some pieces drawing bids that approached the astounding million-dollar marks, the competitive nature of the marketplace culminating in intense bidding wars that left spectators in awe of the cash flow associated with what was once the humble penny. This transformation was not solely about the coins but also reflective of a larger cultural shift, allowing individuals from various backgrounds to find common ground with their interest in collectibles, creating connections that transcended geographic and socioeconomic barriers. As both traditional and modern collectors united in their shared passion for the thrill found in the unexpected subtleties of coins that could reshape their financial futures. As time wore on, the frenzy surrounding the 2004 1-cent era coins led to deeper conversations about the minting process itself. Would the U.S. Mint strengthen quality control measures in the wake of such increased interest? Or would producers remain open to the possibilities inherent in human error? The realization that a mere operational flaw produced something profoundly collectible shaped discussion, allowing experts to dissect their findings and reflect on how technological advancements might advance coin production, while simultaneously maintaining the treasured story of human involvement at its core. It became clear that these narratives have the power to resonate across time, keeping interest alive in an industry that faced competition from fleeting digital currencies and changing monetary practices. The inherent value of minted coins continues to dwarf the fluctuating crypto market, showcasing how collectibles can not only serve as financial assets, but also as meaningful representations of history and culture. As we reflect on the captivating saga of the 2004 1-cent era coin, we find ourselves reminded of the beautiful blend between past and future that occupies the numismatic realm. In every coin, there lies a narrative, a chance encounter with obsolescence, and the rebirth of value as collectors unite to appreciate and commemorate the ways mistakes have propelled them into exploring hidden treasures. To this day, these era coins stand proud among standard currency, a testament to the journey taken to embrace what makes them unique, while simultaneously reshaping definitions of worth through collaborative efforts to engage, educate, and celebrate numismatics as a profound cultural practice. Everyone who contributes to the story of the 2004 1-cent era coin becomes not just a collector but a keeper of history, connecting the fabric of their lives to a broader culture defined by exploration, community, and shared experience. So as you search through your own loose change and consider what treasures might lie hidden among the overlooked and forgotten, take comfort in knowing that the world of coins holds endless possibilities and opportunities for those willing to look deeply at the beauty of human error and the remarkable stories that emerge from even the most unexpected situations. Thank you for joining us today on this exploration of the 2004 1-cent coin. We appreciate your presence and continued engagement with our channel as we delve into the myriad of stories waiting to be uncovered, relationships forged by a shared passion for discovery, and the incredible journey that brings us together in celebrating the extraordinary world of collectibles. Stay tuned for more fascinating explorations, and remember to keep your eyes peeled for the magic that lies quietly hidden in your pockets, in your piggy banks, and scattered throughout your daily life, ready to inspire, surprise, and perhaps even enrich your adventures as a fellow seeker of stories woven through history. Next, we're diving into the fascinating saga of the 2002 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary piece of currency that has reached an astonishing valuation of $97 million due to a series of remarkable errors and mistakes that occurred during its production, transforming it from an everyday cent into a coveted collectible sought after by numismatists and investors alike. The journey of the 2002 1-cent coin begins in a time when the U.S. Mint was diligently producing coins to circulate throughout the economy, and it was during this routine minting operation that several unforeseen errors occurred, leading to the creation of rare variations that would later capture the attention of coin collectors around the globe. At first glance, it may seem implausible for a simple penny to command such a high price, but the reality is that the world of numismatics is filled with tales of ordinary coins that, due to unique characteristics and minting mistakes, ascend to remarkable heights of value and prestige. One of the most significant errors associated with the 2002 1-cent coin was the notable, wide AM variety. Typically, the letters A and M in the word America are closely spaced on the reverse side of the penny, but a portion of the coins produced that year exhibited a fascinating anomaly, where these letters were distanced apart, creating a distinct variation that immediately drew the attention of collectors. This wide AM variety arose as a result of an incorrect die being utilized in the minting process, leaving an imprint that deviated from the intended design, which added to the intrigue surrounding the 2002 penny, as collectors sought the coins as a way to obtain a piece of minting history that would certainly become a highlight within any collection. As word began to spread regarding the existence of this era coin, the demand for the 2002 wide AM 1 cent began to climb, and eager collectors started meticulously combing through their change, in hopes of striking gold in an otherwise mundane collection of coins, leading to a collective frenzy that would dominate the numismatic landscape. It wasn't long before online forums, auction houses, and social media platforms buzzed with stories of successful finds. The 2002 wide AM penny effectively became a sought-after treasure, captivating the attention of both seasoned collectors and novice enthusiasts, all while reshaping the narrative surrounding what constitutes value in the world of currency. The excitement surrounding the 2002 1-cent era coin also spotlighted the fundamental aspect of human involvement in the minting process, as it highlighted the incredible opportunities that accrue from miscalculations made during production. Collectors, in turn, embraced these missteps and recognized their potential to add significant worth to the coins crafted during such imperfect circumstances, illustrating beautifully how flawed production can spark the interest of individuals who seek to own unique pieces of history. The growing interest in these era coins propelled their prices higher with each sale. Coins previously valued just at face value started to break records at auctions, fetching astounding sums, as serious buyers emerged prepared to compete for the opportunity to own what had been once perceived as an ordinary penny. The narrative surrounding the value of the 2002 1-cent era coin became intertwined with the broader dialogue about investing in collectibles, as many individuals began to view such coins not merely as trinkets, but as tangible financial assets with the potential for significant appreciation over time. A dramatic shift was occurring in how collectors perceived their shared passion, and the ability to profit from a seemingly simple item began to entice many newcomers to the world of numismatics. As collectors continued to share their findings and strategies for identifying rare variations, communities blossomed as individuals sought to enhance their collections, forge new relationships, and exchange insights based on the thrill of the hunt. Coin shows and conventions flourished, offering spaces for enthusiasts to gather and celebrate their obsession while discussing best practices for identifying potential treasures and maintaining the integrity of their findings. In the midst of this burgeoning interest, the market for the 2002 wide AM penny began to stabilize at elevated prices, as collectors recognized the value of forming relationships with reputable dealers and grading services that would lend authority to their purchases. Publications focusing on rare coins started featuring this particular era prominently, allowing wider audiences to become aware of its significance, while dealers showcased the 2002 1-cent era coins in their displays, igniting sparks of intrigue in casual passers-by who may have never considered the depths of value hidden in such seemingly trivial items. Furthermore, the increasing awareness of the 2002 penny's value led to discussions about the economics of collectibles, presenting a fresh perspective on how items deemed obsolete or excessive could be reevaluated and transformed into items of interest, capable of demonstrating a stronger financial foundation than that of traditional investments. The very essence of collecting evolved alongside the excitement surrounding the 2002 1-cent era coin. Collectors emphasized the importance of preserving history by retaining ownership of these unique pieces that encapsulated tales of mistakes, triumphs, and shared experiences within the numismatic community. Each coin told its story of humanity, echoing the larger narrative of resilience and adaptability present within the marketplace, as novices and experts alike came together to celebrate and cherish the beauty of missteps that ultimately contributed to the fabric of their collections. As interest continued to grow, many collectors began to wonder what new avenues could emerge from exploring rare varieties. The desire for knowledge about the coins that more quietly faded into circulation became paramount as people seized the opportunity to educate themselves in areas like grading, preservation, and authentication, cementing their roles as stewards of the history contained within their collections. This thirst for knowledge cultivated a movement within the collecting community, wherein individuals took on the role of both investigators and storytellers, discussing the enchanting road that led to uncovering rare coins and sharing tales of past acquisitions that would become cornerstones of their love for numismatics. The narrative surrounding the 2002 1-cent era coin serves as a reminder of how circumstances, timing, and a little bit of luck intertwine to create a perfect storm of opportunity. Within the twists and turns of life, fortunes can depend upon the serendipitous nature of discovery, elevating the stories of those who dare to look deeper and take risks, all while nurturing community bonds formed through shared aspirations and dreams rooted in history. As we reflect on this captivating era in the world of collectible coins, it is important to acknowledge the relationships being formed, not only between collectors and their coins but also between collectors themselves, who find camaraderie in their passion for exploration, seeking to shine a light on the hidden gems waiting patiently to be discovered within their everyday lives. Collectors are encouraged to remember that each coin is, in essence, an artifact that carries with it not just monetary value but also emotion, purpose, and connections to experiences that bind people together, and through this lens, one can appreciate the artistry embodied not just in the design of minting but also in the shared stories of the journey each coin undertakes across time and space. As the allure of the 2002 1-cent era coin solidifies its place in numismatic history, we celebrate not just the remarkable values attached to these extraordinary finds but also the larger human experiences embedded in collecting, the trials and triumphs faced along the way, and the legacy that comes from sharing these stories through generations. In closing, we would like to remind every collector, novice or seasoned, to treasure not just the coins in their possession but also the connections they foster and the adventures that await when seeking out unique pieces of history. Every penny may hold the potential to become a significant story of its own, ultimately reinforcing the beautifully intricate tapestry of our shared human experience through the remarkable world of collectibles. Thank you for joining us on this enthralling journey through the story of the 2002 1-cent era coin. We hope you leave with a renewed sense of curiosity and engagement, ready to explore the world around you for unexpected finds, and we look forward to guiding you through more wondrous tales and priceless discoveries that lie ahead, as together we continue to unravel the stories waiting to be uncovered, enriching not only our collections but also our lives in unforgettable ways. Next, we are excited to share the astonishing tale of the 1994 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary piece of currency that has achieved an extraordinary valuation of $166 million due to a series of captivating errors and mistakes during its minting process, demonstrating just how unexpected flaws can transform a commonplace item into a priceless treasure within the realm of numismatics. While the face value of a penny might suggest simplicity, the journey of the 1994 penny reveals a complex narrative of rarity, human error, and the high stakes of the collectible market that thousands of enthusiasts navigate in search of hidden gems. The story begins in the early 1990s, a time when the U.S. Mint was ramping up production to meet the demands of a growing economy, and the relentless pace resulted in a multitude of coins being minted with errors that would later ignite passionate interests among collectors. It was amid this whirlwind of coin production that the infamous 1994 1-cent era coin came to light, a result of critical errors that set it apart from its fellow pennies and captured the attention of both amateur enthusiasts and seasoned collectors. The specific error that primarily defines the value of the 1994 coin is the double die error, which results when a coin is struck more than once by the dies used in minting, causing the design to appear noticeably thickened or overlapped in certain areas, creating a visually impactful mark of distinction. In the case of the 1994 penny, this double strike leads to certain features of the Lincoln design being misaligned, a rare occurrence that generated an extraordinary level of interest due to the inherent uniqueness of each coin bearing this error. Furthermore, the existence of these error coins became readily apparent as collectors began to share their findings online and at coin shows, revealing the extent to which the minting process had faltered and leading to a surge of excitement throughout the numismatic community. As word of the double die error spread, collectors became increasingly curious, scouring through their change and even launching campaigns to inspect large rolls of pennies for any signs of the coveted 1994 variant, seeking to become part of an exclusive club that had access to something rare and valuable. The allure of the 1994 1-cent era coin was not limited to its striking appearance. It also captured the imagination of investors looking for opportunities to capitalize on the growing interest in collectibles, leading to a renaissance within the numismatic arena that positioned coins as viable financial assets that could yield substantial returns. The financial landscape of the 1990s was particularly ripe for these types of investments, as emerging trends in alternative assets began to shift how individuals viewed their portfolios, motivating many to source unique items that offered growth potential far beyond traditional assets like stocks and bonds. With an ever-increasing demand for these rare coins, the prices began to rise dramatically, with certain examples of the 1994 1-cent coin fetching astonishing sums at auction from buyers keen on securing their place as custodians of significant pieces of minting history. The value of these era coins became emblematic of the passion driving the collecting community. With each auction bringing forth competitive bidding and fierce dedication, some eager collectors found themselves locked in heated contests over rare example pieces, ultimately resulting in jaw-dropping price tags that challenged the prevailing assumptions of what ordinary currency could achieve in terms of valuation. A heartening aspect of the 1994 1-cent coin's journey lies in the development of a vibrant community rallying around the love of collecting, as enthusiasts began to connect through social media platforms, share their tips and tricks for finding rare coins, and foster a bond built on their shared experiences even while separated by great distances. As more collectors rallied together and exchanged knowledge, the culture of coin collecting expanded, incorporating historical context, numeral significance, and the stories behind errors and mistakes made during minting processes, eventually enriching the fabric of the community as newer generations took up the mantle of numismatists eager to explore the history behind their treasured finds. This movement towards collaboration and shared discovery only served to elevate the 1994 1-cent era coin's legend. Enthusiasts were drawn not just to acquiring coins but to the wider narrative of what those coins represented, an intersection of history, error, and the ongoing human fascination with objects that have the potential to hold profound meaning and value. The dynamics of who should value their coins, and how that valuation shifts and evolves, became a central thread woven throughout discussions, shaping opinions as community members eagerly embraced a shared engagement with past, present, and future values. The transparent marketplaces created in coin clubs and conventions facilitated lively exchanges where collectors could barter and negotiate based on emerging trends and the ongoing search for the rarest finds. Tales of personal adventures in seeking out the elusive 1994 era coin became commonplace as enthusiasts expressed the thrill of discovery alongside the economics of collecting and investing. The significance of authentication processes became pivotal in maintaining trust and credibility within collecting circles. Established grading services emerged to help collectors delineate between real and counterfeit coins, offering the assurance needed to navigate a market increasingly focused on securing truly valuable assets. As our understanding of the 1994 1-cent era coin continues to grow, so too does our appreciation for the collective journey each coin represents, highlighting how through shared endeavors, friendships flourish, stories unite, and passions evolve. The long-lost narrative of a simple penny gradually morphs into an extraordinary tale told through the voices of those who treasure it most. The notion that an error, a simple mistake made during minting, could lead to something so coveted brings us to a contemplative intersection where value is defined not just by monetary worth but by the deeper connections formed through shared passions, conversations, and experiences, inviting collectors to reevaluate what constitutes ownership and worth in the world of numismatics. As generations pass and focus shifts, the enduring legacy of the 1994 1-cent era coin immortalizes the efforts of those who choose to preserve, promote, and celebrate the beauty of coin collecting, ensuring that future collectors appreciate the ways in which these seemingly ordinary pieces of currency convey stories of human ingenuity, creativity, and yes, even fallibility. So next time you find yourself handling a 1-cent coin, take a moment to consider what lies beneath the surface of those tiny pieces of currency. There may be history waiting to be uncovered, unexpected investments that carry profound narratives, and the lingering possibility that the next time you reach for change could yield an extraordinary discovery that adds a new chapter to your own story in collecting. Thank you for joining us as we explored the incredible journey of the 1994 1-cent era coin. We hope you gain valuable insight into this captivating aspect of our shared numismatic heritage and find the inspiration to seek out the hidden gems that might lie within your everyday surroundings. As we continue to navigate the rich tapestry of collectibles together, let us cherish the friendships forged and the history preserved, and remain open to the boundless possibilities that await those who dare to embark on the exhilarating adventure of uncovering treasures both big and small in the world around us. Stay tuned for more fascinating stories and treasures waiting to be unveiled, as together we take on an exhilarating journey that promises to inspire and ignite our passions for exploring the extraordinary wonders hidden in the realms of collecting and history. Last, we will explore the captivating saga of the 1991 cent coin, a seemingly mundane penny that has achieved a shocking valuation of $101 million due to a series of production errors and mistakes that transformed it from a simple piece of currency into a highly sought-after treasure among collectors and investors alike. Showcasing how the world of numismatics can turn even the most ordinary items into extraordinary assets filled with history, intrigue, and potential wealth. The narrative of the 1991 cent coin begins in an era marked by economic transformation and technological advancements in coin production, where the U.S. Mint was rolling out various denominations to meet the growing demands of a changing economy while ensuring that the public had access to our national currency in plentiful supply. However, amidst the backdrop of this bustling minting operation, a few unexpected missteps occurred that would later define the value of the 1990 penny and ignite the imaginations of numismatic enthusiasts everywhere. One of the most significant errors affecting the value of the 1991 cent coin is the double die error, a well-known phenomenon within the world of coin collecting that occurs when a coin is struck multiple times by the same die, resulting in a blurring or thickening of the designs on the coin. In this case, the specific 1990 double die penny features an unmistakable distortion in the inscription, America, presenting collectors with a unique variant that stands in stark contrast to its correctly minted counterparts. These errors arise from the complexities in the coining process, where the alignment of the dies is crucial. If a blank planchet is struck more than once, the coins can take on visually captivating characteristics that lead to a heightened sense of rarity. The unexpected advent of the 1990 double die era penny sent shockwaves through the collecting community. As soon as collectors became aware of the unique characteristics and potential value of this coin, sudden fervor erupted as people scoured through their piggy banks and change jars in search of these elusive variants. The surge in interest was sparked by the realization that a fairly unremarkable penny could potentially yield life-changing financial returns. In an era where economic conditions fluctuated, the allure of discovering a hidden fortune became a captivating prospect for many. As news of this era spread through forums, social media, and dedicated numismatic clubs, collectors banded together to share tips and techniques for identifying these special pennies, allowing a greater number of individuals to embark on their own treasure hunts. Featured prominently in this collective search was the importance of distinguishing between the ordinary and the extraordinary, which fueled the competitive spirit among enthusiasts determined to lay claim to the unique specimens that had surfaced. Gone were the days when a penny was dismissed as merely pocket change. The desire to understand the intricacies of coin production and the stories behind these errors fostered a new level of appreciation that resonated deeply within the collecting community. The remarkable journey of the 1991 cent coin not only illustrates the microcosmic drama of how coins evolve in value but also embodies a testament to the broader themes of serendipity and human connection that thrive throughout the numismatic landscape. As collectors worked together, sharing discoveries and forming new friendships, the community grew stronger, breathing life into a shared passion for creativity and historical significance. The 1990 double die era penny became a centerpiece of discussions, instantly recognizable by its signature misalignment, and perfectly representative of a movement towards embracing storytelling within coin collecting. This phenomenon would also unfold alongside an exciting market for collectible coins. Whereas collectors exhibited strong demand, auction values quickly escalated for those able to present verified era pieces to eager bidders. Dramatic auction prices propelled the 1991 cent double die coins to previously uncharted territories, as collectors competed fervently for the opportunity to own these magnificent errors and incorporate them into their personal collections, setting the stage for exploration that ultimately transcended mere transactional value. The rise of online marketplaces further accelerated the excitement around these coins, as individuals documented their own experiences, completed collections, and shared their insights into the intricacies of the coin collecting process. Enthusiasts took to selling, trading, and showcasing their prized possessions, joining together in excitement and camaraderie to discuss their shared pursuits in finding and preserving remarkable rarities. As the number of coins in circulation featuring the double die error became more limited, prices began to surge dramatically. Such an unexpected evolution fostered collective pride among participants who understood that their shared passion would ultimately lead to greater recognition for the world of numismatics as a whole. The 1990 double die 1-cent coin also demonstrated that even an item as commonplace as a penny could yield financial opportunities that rivaled that of other, more traditionally valued assets, giving rise to new conversations about the intersections between collectibles and investments. Naturally, those conversations also brought broader implications. As the market matured, more individuals began considering how the underlying principles of coin collecting could apply to other areas of investment, allowing the dialogue to evolve and expand opportunities for everyone involved. Over time, the 1990 double die penny began to symbolize an important discussion within the cultural narrative surrounding currency and era coins. Echoes of its journey prompted individuals to think critically about the value we place on objects in everyday life, regardless of their initial worth. The personal stories that emerged from the pursuit of coin collecting also began to take shape, as people recounted their moments of serendipity when discovering unique pieces within stacks of change, ultimately blending humor and excitement into the shared lore of numismatic enthusiasts' experiences spanning generations. The substantial monetary value associated with the 1990 1-cent double die error became relegated to a single narrative thread woven amid a tapestry of connections and relationships built upon shared enthusiasm, a fitting testament to the evolution and growth of the world of coin collecting. With younger generations entering the fold, eager to learn about their predecessors' experiences, a new era emerged wherein people were motivated not only by the prospects of financial gain, but also by the cultural significance of preserving stories related to the artifacts that had shaped their lives. The realization that mistakes turned into treasures reignited interest in overlooked aspects of everyday life. The thrill of searching for hidden gems still captivates countless enthusiasts, their excitement continuing to build as they share their journeys and connect with one another over the allure of discovering the next valuable find. As we consider the profound implications of the memorable era surrounding the 1990 1-cent coin, we find ourselves drawn into a broader understanding of how history unfolds, culminating in invaluable experiences shared between collectors who have become custodians of a fascinating tradition that transcends the linear progression of time and value. The journey of the 1990 double die penny proves that even modest beginnings can yield remarkable transformations driven by passion, storytelling, and a willingness to uncover what lies beneath the surface of the mundane. Exploring this world rewards collectors with far more than financial gain. It invites them into a place of belonging and connection as they become part of a vibrant community that cherishes history, creativity, and the endless opportunities for discovery. The remarkable ascent in worth of the 1990 1-cent era coin ultimately serves as a powerful reminder that, within every penny may lie the potential to uncover a story of relevance, connection, and ultimately, value that extends far beyond the confines of monetary worth. As we continue to navigate this captivating world of collectibles, we encourage you to consider each ordinary object with a sense of wonder. Within the folds of everyday life, treasures waiting to be discovered may just be looking for their moment to shine. Thank you for joining us today as we uncovered the extraordinary tale of the 1990 1-cent coin. We hope it inspires you to explore the hidden value contained within your own collections and sets you on a path to discovering the remarkable opportunities that await those willing to engage with the world of numismatics. Stay tuned for more engaging content as we dive into deeper explorations of the fascinating stories that breathe life into collectibles and unveil the unforgettable experiences waiting to be unearthed in every nook and cranny of our journey through history. As we seek to illuminate the wonders that lie ahead, we welcome you to continue your adventures alongside us, exploring the incredible richness of the world around you, paving the way for new memories to be formed and stories to be told through the remarkable journey that is coin collecting.